welcome back to another episode of, just technical analysis. Today we're going to be looking at some commodities. I would just like to throw out there that this is none of this is financial advice whatsoever. I am just looking, that's all, and I'm making these videos so that I myself get a clearer understanding of what exactly is going on in the world. Because they say that the best way to learn is to teach, and I don't know if I'm teaching anybody, but I certainly am learning. So what we can see here is wheat. This is the wheat CFD. As you can see, that when the war broke out, this had a huge, massive pump up to here. It went absolutely parabolic. And then slowly it came back down and retested the previous low, and it held the previous low. And ever since then, it's been in an uptrend since around the end of summer. And coincidentally, we have a golden cross on the bull market support band, which, as we know, is quite bullish and a very firm bounce off of the daily bull market support band. Now, there are several reasons for this, for the price of this commodity shooting up, and the reason, well, one of the major reasons is of course the war. The other reason is that winter is coming, and the war in Ukraine has seen a decent-sized escalation over the course of the last day, which we will get to later. But we can see that the commodities has held its previous low, and it's been in an uptrend since then. It went through the bull market support band, came back down to test it, and it bounced quite high today. And I believe that it will probably come back and test it again, maybe in a few days, and then continue back on this uptrend as winter approaches. Now we're going to take a look at oil. So this is just crude oil. We can see that this has been in a sort of ascending channel since the pandemic. And over the last, basically over the summer, oil has come down significantly since the beginning of summer. And we can see that it did bounce off of this trend line, and it hit its head on the bull market support band. It didn't cross it, and so far it's being rejected off of it. So what we can probably, the thing is that so much of what's about to happen has to do with geopolitics and the macro of things. But I believe that we are going to see a commodity boom over the next few months. And you can see here that the previous low was 76, which I remember on the day that it went to 76, I remember saying to myself, like, this would be a good time to buy oil. But yeah, we can see that it came up. It did, how high did we go? We came up 22%, and then now we're currently at 19% from the low. So my theory is basically that if the war continues and things do not cool off, then commodities will continue to rise up. I also have some other news regarding the war. Over the weekend, Putin appointed a new general to be in charge, and this is the guy over here who's in charge now, Surovikin, who's, as you can see, is known for his total ruthlessness. And he has served in Tajikistan, Chechnya, as well as Syria. So this guy basically doesn't mess around. And what happened today in Ukraine was that there were several cities that were bombed all at once, which just shows us the true power that the Russians have, and how much they've been holding back. And now that they have turned basically they've turned a new page in this war, and they're just going to go all out, and they're going to attack all of Ukraine's infrastructure, as opposed to trying to fight a war where they do as little damage as possible, when they could have really, if they wanted to, they could have just done what they did today on day one, but they didn't. And we have to wonder why that is. Why didn't they just do this on day one? Why did they drag this out so long? So I don't know the answer to that question, but here I have a map where you can see what happened today. Now you can see here that right here, this means the object was damaged, uh, which basically means that it was targeted by a missile. So you can see 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 missiles in one day, all over the entire country, everywhere, right? So like, and this is, it's probably more than 13. It's just that this map is showing like this happened for sure. And I think that now their current plan is to just completely eviscerate the infrastructure of Ukraine. Well, with this guy in charge, he's known for his ruthlessness. This guy is not going to hold back. He's just going to get in there and get the job done, it seems. That's how it looks. I'm not partial to either side. I'm just I'm just an observer, and it appears to me that that's what's going to happen. Now, if the thing is that Russia could do this every day if they wanted to. They could just keep shelling Ukraine every day if they wanted to. And if they do that, then I think that this war will end very quickly unless the West intervenes, which would basically mean nuclear war. And I seriously doubt that they are going to do that because I don't believe, I personally do not believe that the Western powers will sacrifice the world for Ukraine. Sorry to say, I don't think that's a possibility. And the Kremlin has stated several times that they will not use nuclear weapons. Um, I mean, they would not use nuclear weapons in Ukraine. They would still use nuclear weapons against the West, so to speak, if they were to intervene. But they would not use nuclear weapons in Ukraine because it's a neighboring country of theirs. So the guy basically, this Surovikin, he was given complete autonomy. He can do everything he wants to do except for drop nukes. So that's what I read in the report today. And it's just good to keep an eye on this because the situation has dramatically changed. That's the reality, and this is this is a new phase of the war. So make no mistake about it. This is a new phase of the war, and I think from here on out things are going to escalate very, very quickly, um, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I just hope that. I just hope that not too many more people die. I hope that the war ends soon because war is bad, and the longer wars last, the more people die. So I just want the war to end. So that's basically it for today. I just thought I would give an update on this because this is quite important. You cannot ignore this. You cannot ignore this. This is the reason. Like this right here. This is the reason for the wheat pumping this high. How high did it pump today? This is the daily chart, and one day it pumped 6%, probably more. If we zoom in, I don't think I measured that correctly, but let's see. If we zoom in, let's see exactly how much did we go up. We're tracing a little bit, but yeah, 6.5%. So we might see a real commodities boom as winter approaches. But so anyway, yeah, guys, thank you for watching the video, and just everybody stay safe and take care, and be kind to each other. Thank you. Bye bye.